Hey, Wolf, let's take a look at how the battlefield is shaping up over there in the Middle East. Here's Israel alongside the Mediterranean Ocean. It's about the size of New Jersey, 7.5 million people, 75% Jewish. The economy is good, unemployment below 7% right now. Gaza, by comparison, quite small. Geographically, only twice as big as Washington, D.C. It is predominantly Palestinian. The unemployment rate is very high there, and the economy is quite bad. GlobalFirepower.com has called Israel the 10th most powerful military in the world. So let's break that down here. They have compulsory military service, which means that every young person must go into the military for a while. So they have 176,000 active troops, 500,000 they can call it from the reserves if need be. Ground forces, very strong, about 3,000 tanks. If you count all the mortars, artillery units, and armored personnel carriers, you get up to about 12,000 units on the ground that they can call up. And of course, their military is very formidable. About 800 aircraft, including some 200 helicopters. That's what they largely use to pound away at their perceived enemies over in Gaza. Now, if you look at the forces that Hamas has, very, very different picture. If you take almost everybody under uniform there officially, you get about 12,500 troops, and of course, nothing like the weapons that they have over here. But Palestinian militants do have a lot of rockets. You hear about them all the time, and that's what's making the news. Let me bring in a model of one here, life-size actually. This is a Qassam 2 rocket. These are popular because they are cheap and easy to make out of steel tubes. They only weigh about 70 to 100 pounds, and they're fueled essentially by fertilizer, ammonium nitrate, and they can pack quite a punch. They're not very accurate, but if you fire enough of them, they don't have to be very accurate. And if you go to some of their more advanced rockets and missiles, you also start talking about range at that point. Look at what we've seen in this conflict. Some weapons fired out of Gaza here have actually reached all the way out to Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. That's about 50 miles away. That's one of the reasons that officials in Israel are saying they simply cannot tolerate this going on any further. Too many people are being threatened, and that's why they're talking about, at least hinting at, a possible ground invasion of Gaza.